Oh yeah, we're hitting the Nakua now, which is awesome. We're moving the needle forward on these guys, so very excited about that. Yeah, so this is the concept stuff for some of the encampment structures that we're, and actually Adam Will has already been working on them, and they look pretty much exactly like the concept.
Yeah, I saw. He was working on like the stone part of one of it, and with like, the engravements with the runes, and I was like, that looks so cool. Yeah. And I love like the little bits of teal in places that are like that turquoise stone.
Yeah,
which I think is so cool.
Yeah. So you guys in the audience might understand what I'm talking about here, but these are concept pieces.
Yeah.
And Ryan Richmond did these. And when I first saw his kind of new approach stylistically with these concept pieces, it totally reminded me of the tabletop terrain pieces that you would get of like buildings and stuff for like a Warhammer Fantasy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I totally would see that on a box for tabletop terrain.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, I love these.
Well, what's crazy about it is because you got Ryan gives the concept on these, and then Adam Will's been working on them, and
so good.
They just look just like
they look. They literally look like that. Yeah.
I didn't include his work in here because it would look like it just was.
It
would be like.
We have a new concept artist too, by the way, Ricky Ho.
Ricky Ho.
Yeah, welcome, Ricky Ho.
I see them working together really closely, and kind of Ryan also has kind of moved into a different position where he's kind of leading that team too.
Yes,
right?
our concept team now has a new lead, which is Ryan Richmond.
Yes.
These look great though.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, they came out really cool. So we're kind of building these guys up now, and you'll start seeing them in the game here really soon, which is awesome.
Yeah.
So right now we're working on the camp, and
I saw a video of these. Is that on today?
No,
that was in.
No,
that's future.
We're still. It's on the down low. Not doing that yet. These are the comp images of kind of showing you kind of all the assets kind of together for the camp and encampment.
Yeah, so you kind of see them all together and what it's going to look like with all these different like pieces. It looks so good. I love these trees.
As I see these comp pieces, like part of me now wants to be a Nakua.
Oh, are we pulling you towards being a Nakua?
It looks like a really relaxed civilization to live in.
Yeah. Living the dream.
Yeah, exactly.
Fish. Oh, can you smell the fish? I love.
But I'd be concerned with what's in the water. You know what I mean?
Then you kill it.
Well,
and then you eat it.
Yeah, but do you kill it, or does it eat you?
And then you use parts of it to make your house.
Got it.
Nice.
Or to don your gear.
Was there a second piece to that? I thought we added a second piece on there.
Nope.
Oh, okay. I guess it didn't make it in today.
Yeah. Then we have Valoon.
Sorry, Ryan. So there's an updated Valoon.
You guys, they saw early Valoon work
all the way up to the city,
but not years ago.
Oh yeah.
Remember? Yeah. But here's some updated comp pieces, kind of showing the direction now for the is this Metropolis level?
Yeah, well, city level.
No, city level.
City level. We've shown the village and the encampment area already on previous live streams.
Yeah.
And I know people have been asking for these pieces as like wallpapers and stuff. Stay tuned. We will have
these kind of pieces are really cool because it's really showing kind of what it looks like in their environment.
Yeah.
All the color, just the full before going into production.
What I like in that piece, it kind of shows the elevation that's possible, within the city, around the central area, because a lot of, early on in kind of approaching how we wanted to do the node development, it was an integral piece for us to not only maintain consistency in the central aspect of the node, so that kind of town hall, city center siege objective, stays consistent, but also that it can have some growth from an elevation standpoint, which typically cities kind of see. So it's really cool.
Yeah, and I mean, when you look at these pieces, it's really giving the feeling and the vibe that you're going to get when you walk into one of these environments that are based on that type of race. So I think it's cool seeing like that, and then what you guys actually create, because you're really using it as like.
And I like how differentiated the races are really starting to look.
Yeah.
Right, the variety. Yeah. Absolutely.
Concept stuff.
Bacon's been like.
And plus, it's really cool because as the city center builds upwards and everything sort of gets pushed outwards, and so we still use those assets. So they just get further and further up from the center.
Because
So-
like the big skyscraper type of things end up in here, whereas like the residential stuff starts getting pushed
Yeah,
out,
it gets
right?
pushed out. But some of that
Yeah.
residential stuff was the
Right.
Was the main town before?
yeah, main town
It's-
before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the city as it progresses has a historical canvas that you can see from the outskirts to the inner. Each stage of development, those assets still exist.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're all the
absolutely.
plebeians who are going to live outside of the walls.
There you go. I
mean,
can't tell
it's
you.
not-
In most of
it's
my
not-
in
it's
most
not
of my
the-
D&D campaigns, the greatest stories happen on the outskirts of the city, and not on the interior.
That's where it's the shadiest.
I know it's shadiness.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. All
Nice.
right, and then we're going to get into some of the grassland or the foliage that you guys have been working on.
Yeah, so this is kind of a bridge between, I think, it's a bridge getting into the grasslands. This isn't really the grasslands completely, but
So now these are in-game shots.
yeah, these are all. This
This
is
is
hold
all
on.
Alpha 1 in-game.
what it really I'm showing like specifically here is like we're starting to get into using geometry for accenting terrain pieces
Right.
instead of just using the terrain to so that you're seeing a lot more detail.
But you know what I wish we would have done here is had a side-by-side with shots taken from
Previous,
Alpha
yeah.
0
Oh, gotcha.
to
yeah.
Alpha 1, and just so and you guys can go back and look, because we did release some footage of that, and some screenshots, but you can see really just the
Yeah, it's a huge
degree of
difference.
upgrade and difference that has occurred between Alpha 0 and now where we are from an environmental and art standpoint.
Yes.
Yeah, and
It's,
if we,
it's yeah.
And we're also playing around with some new sky tech, which
Oh,
is
I know.
which is really-
Has that been implemented yet?
yes.
Oh, very cool.
So, yeah,
And,
so-
so that'll be in place for next month.
Yeah.
Wait till you guys see the sky tech there. That's going to be cool.
Performant way of getting volumetric clouds, which is
Yes.
awesome.
We had attempted to get some volumetric clouds with APOC, and we ran into some serious difficulties from a technical standpoint in achieving the type
That's
of
an understatement.
volumetric cloud presentation we
oh,
wanted.
it started lagging.
So much so where I had some pushback from the development team on like, Steven, can we just drop the clouds? And I'm like, no, we need the clouds. So we kind of did some.
It was really bad though.
Yeah, we kind of did some like backwards way
don't
of
like
getting the
slideshow
clouds.
mode?
Oh my
No.
gosh.
Yeah.
And-
Also,
and-
the birds when they were flying across the thing looked so weird.
Oh, I love the birds.
No,
the birds
because
are
it was-
great. They
no,
always
because the
psyched
clouds were
me
lagging out.
No, when I was on ground in APOC and I would see a bird, I was like, is that a person or a bird? Oh, you just got birded.
Yeah, it wasn't such a problem until we added the mounts, the
Yeah.
flying
Oh,
mounts,
yeah.
and then all of a sudden that we were like, oh, is that
Yeah.
what is that?
But this new tech will solve that issue.
Awesome.
Yay!
Yay! I think are we
Cool.
close to the end of those? Yeah. And so the next thing that we have is a video, and this is the new trees that we have.
Yes, this is Mia.
And you actually get to see the grasslands in a video format.
a little bit. of it.
Tristan had a little fun with this.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody gets their own trailer. For the,
I know, for the trees and stuff.
yeah.
Well, this
so-
is Mia made this tree,
Yes,
right? And this is
yeah.
a, what is a gum
gum,
drop?
snow gum tree.
Snow gum.
gum.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
Oh, I
she
love
did those
these.
and some new eucalyptus trees.
These are trees
Oh,
that I could see like building a little tree house in or climbing. Like they'd be good.
I
for
just thought they're so
climbing trees.
twisty and so
Yeah.
girthy, and
You know, in one of my, my objectives when kind of...
they're hero trees.
Yes, they're hero trees, exactly, right? It's like a million pixels. One of my objectives, from I think from an art direction standpoint, is kind of having that softer palette and a little bit more on the realistic side. And really, these trees fit so perfectly within the environment. It's just great to see.
When you look at the leaves, it's much better than some of our previous trees that we've had.
Oh my
I think if you look at, sometimes I'm like, what is this tree situation that's happening?
Oh,
And
yeah.
Tristan's like, yeah, I can't change that. That's
Well,
the tree.
Mia had
I was
the
like,
Or the
"Yeah."
ultra saturated greens that were in some of those bushes, and I was like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been slowly but surely killing them off, but no, this stuff looks amazing. She's awesome. Oh, I mean, she's been doing this stuff for years.
Oh
EverQuest
Yeah.
here,
She's been in the industry
what-
for what, 20 years?
Yeah,
Almost,
yeah.
yeah.
That's why I was adamant about bringing her on board. I Steven,
I know.
no, we gotta get her.
All
We
I
gotta
have
get
to
her."
hear is from Bacon to say, "We need to get this person." I'm like, "All right."
And then the last thing that we're going to show is, so we've shown you guys last month, we talked about, buildings and how they're created, and we kind of showed like one of the smaller buildings and like the progress of that. Now we're going to show you kind of like a 2-story building and what that looks like.
Kind of
building up. Or is it 3 stories?
Yeah. So anyway, we actually, Devin helped me with putting together the tech on this.
And this is a little shop too, so you can actually see.
Yeah, so the
look
stuff
at
just
that.
fully. Hey, wow.
And this kind of gives
building.
players that transition as they're building up these structures within the node or on their freehold. And we showed a little bit of this last month. But the cool thing is that this is going to be present in our node formation next month as we kind of showcase Alpha 1 stuff. So
Yeah, for sure.
I'm so excited.
And then the tech that Devin put together on this is very smart, so it's really reusable. Whereas like what I was doing with it was just powering through it, which was just not, it was not optimal.
Yeah.
It would have worked, but it wasn't optimal.
It did its job.
It did its job.
And that's
It sold the concept. That's what it did.
Yeah, that's the interesting thing about development is that we go through these different like prototype phases, and then we actually get into the development aspect of it on the other side of it. Once we can be like, okay, this is the concept that we're trying to go for, and sometimes those things come in like gray boxes. So it's very much like these gray buildings that we're showing, just to show you guys kind of how things work. And I think we showed that in our building design tool and in our node tool videos. If you check out those dev diaries, we kind of show you that progress of the creation of things. And now you're getting to see you're going to get to see the next phase of it, which is really exciting for us. We are just super pumped for next month, so we cannot wait. And obviously, thank you so much, Bacon.
Thank you.
If you have any